video is on Unit 1, Chapter 3 on Systems of Equations, Lesson number 4, Solving Systems, where we have linear and quadratic functions. Think back to our parent function unit. Linear functions are our lines. Quadratic are the parabolas. So when we solve a system, again, you are looking for the point or points of intersection. When you think about a line and a parabola, there are several things that can happen. A line and a parabola can intersect at 2 points. So we'd have two solutions. There is a possibility that the line might just hit the parabola at 1 point, giving us one solution. And then the last scenario is that the line and the parabola don't hit at all, and we have no solutions. So there are these three different situations, again, just like linear with linear systems of equations. You can still have one solution, multiple solutions, or no solutions. So be on the lookout. You're going to need to look at your graph because we're going to solve this by using the graphic calculator. You're going to look at the graph and you're going to interpret what's there. So the steps here tell us to solve both equations for y. Make them both say y equal. One of them is going to say y equals mx plus b. The other one's going to be y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So you need the y by itself. Second step says to enter one equation in y1 and the other equation into y2. Then you're going to need to hit graph. Once you've got it graphed, you're going to calculate second trace, the intersection, number 5. If you have more than one answer, you're going to have to repeat this process for the second solution if it's there. You're going to have to move your cursor as well close to the other point before you proceed to step number 4, which is where you hit enter 4 times, maybe it's 3 times, and then express your solution as ordered pairs. So keep in mind, there may be no solution, there might be one solution, or more times than not, there are 2 solutions. So let's look at these examples. The directions say solve, I forgot the V, typo, solve each system of equations using the graphic calculator. More specifically, we're going to use the y equal function. Number 1 says y equals x squared minus 6x plus 7 and y equals 2x. Both of these equations are already in the correct form. So I'm going to go to my calculator and I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go to y equal. I'm going to clear the stuff that I have and I'm going to put both equations in here. So in y1, I'm going to go ahead and just put the x squared minus 6x plus 7. In y2, I'm going to put the 2x. Now we need to hit graph and look at the graph. So when you're looking at this, it's easy to see this first solution. There is a second solution that's going to occur up here somewhere. It's going to occur off the screen, but they do intersect one more time. So this is an example of 2 solutions. So you should have 2 ordered pairs when you're done. We're going to do just like we did in lesson number 1. We're going to hit second trace. We're going to calculate the intersection. So select number 5 and then just hit enter, enter, enter. My first intersection, you're going to know which one's which. You'll see your cursor here. It's giving me this intersection is 1, 2. So the x is 1, the y is 2. Put that as an ordered pair. 1, 2. Now, it didn't give me the second ordered pair. Y'all, can only give you one answer at a time. So we've got to find the other point that's up here. So let's repeat this process, but listen carefully. Second trace. We're still looking for the intersection. Now, right now, my cursor is very close to the answer I already have. So before I can hit enter, 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 I need to move my cursor so that it's closer to this point up here. Couple of things. If you arrow to the right, your cursor is going to move on a function. If you arrow up or down, it's going to jump from one function to the other. If you arrow left, it's going to move left on the graph. Okay, so I'm going to move to the right, and I'm going to get closer to that other point of intersection. I'm going to stop right there. I'm close enough to the other point that it should give me that answer, but I can still see part of my cursor. Now hit enter, enter, enter. Now, you don't see your cursor, but you see down here at the bottom of the screen, it says that the intersection is 714. So that's my other answer, 714. Let's look at example number 2. Y equals x squared minus 3x plus 1. That one's good. The second equation is x minus y equals 3. That one does not say y equal. So I have to take the x minus y equals 3 and I have to make it say y equal. I'm going to subtract the x, bring down the negative y equals negative x plus 3. Now you're not allowed to have a negative y, so let's divide everything by that negative 1. And you get y equals x minus 3. Now we can put those into the y equal in the graphing calculator. So back to y equal, clear out the old stuff, put in the two new equations. X squared minus 3x plus 1 is the first one. The second one, after we changed it around, was y equals x minus 3, and then graph. This looks to me like it might be one solution. I'm going to show you how to check to make sure that it's just one solution. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be on this side of that point and try it and see what we get. And then we're going to go on this side of the parabola and see what happens. So second trace, number 5. Right where I'm at, I'm on the left side of that intersecting point. So I'm going to hit enter, enter, enter. And it gives me an answer of 2.00000002. So again, common sense here. That's just 2, negative 1. 2, negative 1 is one of my answers. Now we're going to repeat that process, second trace, number 5. But what I need for you to do this time is arrow to the right so that you're on the right side of that parabola and hit enter, enter, enter. Notice here that says 2, negative 1. That's the same answer we got a second ago. So on number 2, there's only one solution versus what we saw on number 1 where we had 2 solutions. Let's jump down to number 3. Number 3, the first equation already has y by itself, which is great. For the second equation, I've got x plus y equals negative 2. We need to subtract the x. And we get y equals negative x minus 2. Okay, let's go back to the calculator and put those in. Y equal, clear, 2x squared plus 16x plus 24. The second equation ended up being y equals negative x minus 2, and then graph. Clearly, we have 2 solutions. So let's find what they are. Second trace, intersect is number 5, enter, enter, enter. Negative 2, 0 is this answer. Negative 2, 0 is that answer. Now let's see if we can find what the other one is. Second trace, number 5. But remember, you have to move your cursor closer to the other point of intersection. Otherwise, it's going to continue to give you the same exact point. So I'm going to arrow to the left. Getting closer to that other intersecting point. Enter, enter, enter. Negative 6.5 and 4.5. And this is another time when I will allow you to give me decimal answers. We're going to look at number 4. On number 4, we got x squared plus y is equal to 6x minus 6 for our first equation, which is not okay. And the second equation is good. This one's good. It already says y equal. For the first equation, we need to minus the x squared. And we get y equals negative x squared plus 6x minus 6. So putting those into the graphing calculator, go back to y equal, clear out the old, and we'll put in our equations. So the first one's negative x squared plus 6x minus 6. And the second one was 3x plus 1. Graph. Okay. So on this one, look at it closely. Do they intersect? Well, obviously on the screen they do not intersect. Could they intersect? Are they ever going to intersect? No, they are not. So the answer to this one is no solution. The parabola and the line do not hit here. They do not intersect, so there is no solution. All right, I think you should have the hang of it at this point. If you want, you can go ahead and work number 5 and number 6 on your own. I can tell you that the answer to number 5 is negative 1.53. It has one solution. Number 6 has 2, negative 1 and 1, and negative 3, negative 7. If you're interested in playing around with those and just kind of practicing on your own, you can do that. And then again, we'll work on the assignment portion in class.